Hi, I'm astrologer Matthew Curry. How many astrologers does it take to change a light bulb? Well, just one, unless that astrologer is hiding under the bed in superstitious terror because there's a lunar eclipse. There's a lunar eclipse on the 31st at 11 degrees Leo. Now that's significant for a lot of reasons. First of all, a lunar eclipse is basically a full moon, but it's a full moon on steroids. So if it doesn't affect you any other way, odds are good that at the very least, things might get kind of edgy for you. Like real edgy. It's also a supermoon. I'm not sure exactly what the astrological effects of that are, but you've got to admit, supermoon, full moon, Leo eclipse, put it all together, sounds a little scary. Actually, it doesn't need to be. Let me explain. A lunar eclipse sets the stage for really big, dramatic, unexpected change in your life somehow. And it sets that stage in the house of your birth chart that it falls in, and any planets in your birth chart that it closely aspects. Now have a look at your birth chart, especially if you have one of what's called the fixed signs rising: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. This eclipse is going to be particularly important for you. Now, if you're wondering what effects this particular eclipse might have on you, think back to January 1999. There was a lunar eclipse at 11 degrees Leo back then, and if you look at the events of your life, either in January 1999 or for the next few months after that, you'll probably find at least some clue as to where the surprises are coming from with this eclipse. And that's the thing about eclipses. Transits are fairly predictable. Eclipses, they kind of throw a wild card into the situation. They tend to mix things up a little. And I think maybe that's one of the reasons why people who follow astrology are a little bit skeeved out by the whole concept of an eclipse. That's okay though. Don't worry, it's probably not going to be a disaster. Probably not. As a matter of fact, it could be an incredibly important breakthrough, because eclipses do bring dramatic change, but not all dramatic change is necessarily bad, now is it? Is it? Yes, it's the first eclipse of 2018, and since eclipses are so unpredictable, people tend to get a little worried about them, what kind of effect they're going to have. What usually happens is that an eclipse doesn't have an obvious effect the actual day that it happens. Usually, it kind of sits there like a floating point in your birth chart that you tend to forget about, and then a couple of months later, when other transits are happening, boom, a transit to that point sets it off, and all of a sudden, you're wondering, where the heck did that come from? Oh right, it was an eclipse. Oh, I forgot about the eclipse. Don't worry though, an eclipse can actually be good news. Eclipses tend to sneak up on people. Kind of like this.
With that, Goldilocks woke up. She thought the baby bear was so cute that she would have liked to take him home for a pet. But then she saw Mama and Papa Bear.
Okay, it's not actually that bad. Honest. Hey everyone, I hope you liked that. There will be more coming in the near future, so please feel free to click on subscribe. And of course, if you're looking for a reading and want to see what that can really do for you, or if you just want to get a free ebook, write me at astrologyshow@gmail.com. Thanks for dropping by.